Blockers and the Reeds and all of our kids and a few other assorted people. And my son-in-law came back with a rock that was perfectly round because it had been on top of a mesa and the wind had blown it back and forth. And it looked like a marble. And Dennis said, this was the time of pet rocks. And he said, why don't we open a business and sell ancient rocks? And Andy looked at him and she said, don't be silly, Andy. They were both very strong, very beautiful people, and we miss them a lot.
Well, hello everybody. It's been great listening to the stories of everybody here. I'm Joe Estango. I was Andy's son-in-law, and I guess I still am in some ways. But anyway, I met them. I was their next door neighbor. Started off as their next door neighbor. My first recollection of Andy was I heard through the window, I go, damn, Tom, somebody's yodeling outside. And it was Andy calling the cats. She had this call, get, 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 and it was like loud, really. You know, everybody knows Andy knows how loud she was. And her yodel of calling all of the cats, and she had so damn many cats, I can't even remember how many cats she had. But then of course my first recollection of Dennis was him in the morning getting ready to go to school to San Gabriel, him starting up that red Corvair. Oh God, I go, Tom, man, there's a dragster next door or something there. That old Corvair that he drove the hell out of that thing and just made it such a, but the two individuals that I came to know changed my life. They became my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. And in so many ways, Andy had so many great traits, but as we all know, she had a few of those that, she was a little testy at different times, if you could say. But that was part of what I loved about her. And as the years, as I married their daughter Tina, and we had my two sons, Justin and Jarrett, and they are great guys. They've grown up to be very good men, and I think a very big part of that was Grandma and Grandpa. All of the trips and everything that they took them on, the days. Everybody can, when we used to go camping, there's some here that'll remember when Dennis and Andy used to come camping and they used to drive the Moonmobile. That was the Corvair van. And they drove that damn Corvair van all over the United States. I couldn't believe it. But that was actually when the Corvair set for a while. That Corvair van was the first car of my first son and of my second son. And there was, I don't know, about a period of a year or so that Justin and Dennis worked on that Corvair, getting it all ready, doing all the stuff, fixing it all up, ready for the things. And it's still in the yearbook at Monrovia High School, but that was Dennis and Andy's Moonmobile, that Corvair. And who else would drive a Corvair van? But, somebody like Dennis to do that. And all of those things, like you said, that have changed, those two people have changed the lives for the better of so many. I know Jimmy here is one that will attest to that Dennis and Andy had changed his life. He has said many times his life would be totally different had it not been for Dennis and Andy together. And as a couple, it would just be, you would just think, I can still remember down in the den, Dennis sitting in his chair. There was a television, one television, another television on top of that television. Each of them had different games going on. And he had a transistor radio with an earphone. So he was also doing a crossword puzzle at the same time. And then I could hear it from next door. I would hear, Dennis! Dennis! Dennis was happy in his little blockage of Andy. He could block her out watching 3 games and doing a crossword puzzle, and she would still yell, "Dennis!" Another really funny one that could have been on the world's greatest bloopers would be watching Andy direct Dennis when he would back the trailer back into the house. Oh my God! And the times that Dennis would finally get out of the car and go, "Andy, will you stop it? Leave me alone. I'm trying to back in." There are so many fond memories of all of the camping, all of the things that have done. And like when Jarrett said when Sam was in the back, a lot of people don't remember that Samoyed, Sammy, or a lot of people remember those Samoyeds that they had. Those their precious dogs. And that gold wagon, I actually put a motor in that wagon for them, and they loved that thing. And then when they got the Suburban, and it's so funny because Dennis, before he got a trailer, he said, "I will never drive a trailer and a car." He says that they're just too unsafe. I will never touch those things. And after working on them, finally they drove all over the United States in that Suburban and trailer. Really traveled everywhere. But God bless them, and I'm going to miss them a lot because Dennis and Andy were both not only my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, the grandparents to my sons, my wife's mother and father, but they were truly, truly some of the best friends I ever had. Thank you.
Life is too short. Life is too short. And the sun has come out.
Anyone else would like to speak? Please, we'll just kind of hang out here for a while, and I think that after that.
Are we getting margaritas here or what?
They're coming. You're gonna have to wait a couple hours.
Speech was good enough for a few of them.
So, yeah, I'm gonna stay off the mic. Well, the margaritas is it's about 5 minutes from here, and I have a feeling we're gonna have a little bit of a tram session going out. So, but again, I encourage everybody to look around. There's waterfalls up here. Somebody help me out on all the things that have been filmed here.